Atlantia viver, Atlantia vincer, Atlantia victor. My dear divine sister Artemis, I have noticed that you called me, you phoned me 7 times from that number of Spain, 0034. I did not reply because I was in some money issues with, yes, I wanted to take some credits from some banks here in Romania, and finally I decided to prolong my suffering. And I knew that it is you, because you said 5,766 years ago that you will call me 7 times to know that it was you. Yes, I know you're probably a you're a very good tennis player, you probably have a lot of obligations. Isn't it funny, this life in which most people don't care about anything? They are like animals, even now, even in the day of today, and that is how I can relate to them, because this modern world is like the ancient world, except that now people are more sneaky. I have found a game called Polybridge on Steam. It costs about 12 euros. I didn't have the money to purchase it, but it teaches you how to build bridges. And I thought that my old colleagues at the university in Cluj-Napoca, the Technical University of Cluj-Napoca, the Faculty of Civil Engineering, would be very interesting. Maybe the guys in the architecture who are learning for 6 years. Well, unfortunately, and I have saw the groups Yahoo.com, and I have wrote some messages, and yes, I also needed to register and to say about the game, because that game is a simulation. You really learn how to be an expert in the art of construction. And I have found out that people here in Cluj at the Technical University in the Faculty of Civil Engineering, my former colleagues, because I have spent unfortunately 7 years at that faculty, and I did not know what is wrong with me. Well, it was nothing wrong with me, it was something wrong with everything else. No one was paying attention, no one cared about anything. People there don't care about the students, they don't care about their work, they don't care about maintaining their groups on Yahoo. They have several groups which are all dead. They only care about their payment, 200 euros per month. Yes, maybe people in Harvard which are paid $100,000 per month or per year have more incentives to care about it. But we are living in a world which I am so ashamed of, a world without soul, a world in which everything is meaningless and corrupt in a way. I can go now to take a loan from any bank in Cluj, with the exception of a Jewish bank, Leumi Bank, and no one will ask me any question, who the hell I am. They will only, what the hell have I done all my life? They will only care about how much money do I earn or do I get every month, if I am a criminal or not, or a conman, if I have paid all my credits prior, and stuff like this. They don't even care about what I will do with their money, about my capacity to reimburse them. They will not care even about that. And yes, today you go to the bank to take a loan, because I am without money. I am bankrupt every month since March 2011, I believe, yes. And you go to the bank nowadays like you go to pay a bill at the phone company or at the electric company. You just go there, you complete a form, you wait like you wait for a communist enterprise. You wait for 6 months or 2 weeks or 3 months or something like that, and they humiliate you and they ask you to bring more and more documents, and finally say, yeah, we are going to give you, but only half of what you have asked. But I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I have made 450 films on Yahoo, videos on Yahoo. I wrote 43,000 emails. You know, I have worked for my country or for this world for 6,599 days. Only 67 days remaining until the magical number 6666. Because I really need to leave the curse. Although people here in Romania do not deserve to have their curse lifted. Yes, this is milk. It was very painful. Yes, they have decided to punish me a little bit anyway. I have various pains. My health is not so good. I'm a little bit old. I feel a little bit old nowadays. I'm 36. I feel like in the past 3 years I got very old, but you know, I have cracked. I stayed in the test of Agartha for 2.5 years, and I have cracked finally the code, the magical code of the Mayan calendar. It is very easy. You have to take the two important dates, 1st of March 1992, and the whole internet World Wide Web thing was launched. This is the beginning of the transitional period for the galactic ethical cycle, and then you have to take 9/11, 11th of September 2001, when the actual period of ethical fighting began. And the distance between the two dates is 3,481 days. You subtract 1 day in order to make the number divisible by 20. 80 is divisible by 20, 100 is divisible by 20, 400 and 3,000 are also divisible by 20. So, if you divide the period to the number 7, the number of time, you get 497 days. And you need to say, yes, 500 days, let's round it up, because 500 is divisible by 20, one winner is 20 days long. Yes. So, maybe it was not 10th of September 2001, it was 30th of September 2001, or it was not 1st of March 1992, it was 10th of February 1992, or something like that. 12th of February, yes, 11, yes. And but it does not matter, because we have determined the fact that the length of one period in the ethical cycle lasts for 500 days. Therefore, the whole cycle lasts for 20 times 500 days, that is 10,000 days, or 28 years, more or less. Yes? Okay. So this whole thing shall end around the year 2020-2021. And we are now in the 6th day. The day of Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl was the 5th day in which I have worked. And I have accomplished about 50% because I started to swear all the people around in Romania and so on. And then you have worked on the 5th night, and also you did about 50%. And in the 6th day in which we are now, it is a day dominated by the goddess of flowers, whose name is I don't remember, Xochitl, yes. And it is a period of flowering, nice women, nice sexual relationship, children, so on, something like that. And it is also a period of flowering of ethics. The period began on 20th of May this year, 2015, and shall end on 1st of November 2016. Okay, so in about 1,500 days, beginning with May, we shall have the completion of the whole damn cycle, which means that in 1,000 days or 3 years, we shall have the consciousness period, the universal cycle. Because you know, every cycle is 20 times shorter than previous one. So why did I stay for so long? Since 12th of January 2013, you have to add 7 days for the initial transitional period for the test of Agartha. Then you have to, until the 19th of January 2013. Then you have to add another 3 months or 90 days until 19th of April 2013. That is the transitional period in which the disease of the bacteria with 8 dendrites or arms is implemented, and after that you go into a full period of cycles. Each cycle lasts for 37.72 days, 37.76 or 37.78 days, depending on the interpretation or the actual period, how far Nibiru is from here and stuff like this. Okay, so according to my calculations, I have already passed the 22nd cycle, and these cycles are from the creation of the universe to the creation of the angels and demons, the light beings. Then we go to the creation of genes, of the elementals, the air elemental, the water elemental, the fire elemental, the earth elemental, the ethereum elemental, which is also the light being. Then we go to the creation of the minerals, to the creation of cells, Urantia, Agartha and Shambhala. Then we have the creation of plants, Akasha, the plant civilization. Then we have Lir, Mur and Sulka, the creation of the fish civilization. Then we have the creation of the insect civilizations, the spiders on the moon. Then we have the creation of the reptiles, the dragons. Yes. Then we have the creation of the birds, Vulturians and the other guys. And then we have the Mu country, which are the cats. No, then we have the cats and the horses. Then we have the Mu country. Then we have Atlantis and Lemuria. Then we have Dacia. Then we have the medieval period. Then we have the ethical period, consciousness period, spiritual light. Spiritual is 17. There are 17 Ktai in Agartha now, which means they have stopped right before the light period. Yes, right before Lucifer, before my first stop. Then cycle number 18 is the cycle of light. Cycle 17 was spirit, 18 is light, 19 is the creation of the created God. The 20th cycle is the creation of the uncreated qualities. That is why it is a taboo in Agartha to pass over the cycle 20. But in the pure temple from which the most deadly wine bacteria came, including Michaela mufracilla, you go until the cycle 22nd. Then you have the creation of the Holy Spirit of Jesus Christ. Then you have the completion of Jesus Christ and the creation of the unmanifested nature on the 22nd cycle. Then you have the creation of the supreme unmanifested God on the 23rd cycle, and on the 24th cycle you have the 24 like it is written in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, the 24 old seraphims and so on, old men. Yes. And so the whole thing, the whole funny thing lasts for 24 cycle of 37.76 days. And let us make a small calculation. That means 906.24 days plus 90 plus 7, 1003.24 days. So roughly 1000 days for the whole damn test. I got old. I feel like I got old by 30 years in the past 3 years. My heart is, I have problems with my heart, with my lungs, with my spinal column, with my left hand, with my left knee, with my teeth, with my brain. Yes. But it was worth it, because the only way to emerge this planet, to get this planet up, is for someone to reach to the completion of the Holy Spirit, for someone to become the equal of Jesus Christ on earth, basically. Then the whole planet will go up, and the measures taken by the Supreme Atlantean Council from in the entire universe will no longer matter. You know this, okay? So I did this, and now you have to wait for 67 days, and I shall come to you. I love you. If you wish, you can write to me on apollolumina@yahoo.com, on kaitalak.alcor@yahoo.com, on ozimankos@yahoo.com. The radiations from the phones are not very good for me, so that is why most of the time I keep my phones locked, off, and that is why I was unable to answer. Yes, when you called me for the 7th time on that morning at 8 a.m., I was able to answer to you, and I knew that it was you, but I had to let it pass in order to make the prophecy come true. I apologize.